finding the volume of rectangular prisms doesn't require many tools, and in fact is more of a calculation. A rectangular prism is a three-dimensional object that has consistent measurements. If we take a look at the very first point, right, it has a width of 2 centimeters all the way through. No matter where we look at the figure, it has a width of 2 centimeters. It stays consistent. The same with the length, the same with the height. So we can use the formula length times width times height to calculate. And the only tool that we're going to need is the tool to measure, which is a ruler. And we're going to use a centimeter ruler because we use SI, System International, which is the metric system. So for most things, for instance, the first one has a length of 5 centimeters times a width of 2 centimeters times a height of 2 centimeters. So 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 2 is 20. It is 20, but when you have centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, it's cubic centimeters, which makes sense because on this first drawing, you can actually see the cubes that are a centimeter by a centimeter by a centimeter. And so it would take 20 cubes to fill in this space. So let's do another one. Try to change color here. All right, so for this one, and because of multiplication being reciprocal, you can say 11 times 4 times 6, or 4 times 6 times 11. All right, so just going to do 11 times 6 times 4. All right, so 11 times 6 is 66. And 66 times 4, we have 24. 24 again, 26. So we'd have 264 cubic centimeters. Now you notice on this figure, they don't show the cubes. But again, if I got the little plastic cubes that are a centimeter on all sides, I would need 264 of those cubes to build this figure and take up that much space. Okay. Now, you will also, and I encourage you to do at least one of these, find a figure that looks like this, right? Where instead of giving you all of the sides, it gives you the height is 7, but it doesn't give you a separate length and width. Okay, so what you have to think of is, well, the 45 is the area. Okay, so area is found by length times width. So we have to think about what two dimensions could give us 45, right? So 9 times 5 is 45. Those are some factors that make 45. So this makes more sense to be 9. If that's 7, this is a little bit longer. And this makes sense to make that 5 because it's a little bit shorter, right? And so we have a length of 9, a width of 5, and a height of 7. So the only difference is we have to do a little bit more work to find the dimensions. So I would say 9 times 5 is 45 times 7. So 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 4 is 28. 31. So this figure would have a volume of 315 cubic centimeters. Or, if I got the little plastic centimeter cubes, it would take 315 to build a figure with these dimensions to take up that amount of space. Just see me if you need any other help or want to run through one of these problems together. Good luck!